How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of Budweiser, hopeful goodness, in the form of Goose Island Brewing's Next Coast IPA. I had a couple of people actually bring this beer up to me in comments and the other YouTube videos kind of mentioning it. And I saw it the other day at a local supermarket, and I figured, you know what? It's been a while. I have no problem drinking a little bit of Bourbon County, so why should the IPA be a little bit different? And in fact, this is their take on the hazy. We'll see what Goose Island has to offer. Next Coast IPA, India Pale Ale. They have a best by date of August 2019. So I'm assuming they're going 6 months on this. We'll see what's what. Tropic juicy hops, it says here. And there's like a weird, you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but there's a whole bunch of letters and words and stuff in the background of that silver can. Kind of like semi-embossed into it. It's actually kind of, I didn't even notice it until right this second, so I'll have to kind of break it down and see what it actually says. But yeah, Next Coast IPA. Let's see what's what. See what they have to offer. I'm sure it's, I was going to be like, I'm sure it's just a super classic hazy, but that is pouring clear as clear could be. Now, they actually didn't say hazy on the can. They say tropical juicy hops. And that is the opposite of hazy. I mean, you look at that thing. I mean, that's clear as clear could be, but you can still have that nice, rich, tropical hazy vibe without having all the haze in it. Who was it? Common Roots Brewing. We just had a horrible fire, so go check that out. Buy their beers, get those guys back on their feet. But they do a lot of really nice, well done, like hazy style beers without being overly hazy. So I mean, that is like Pilsner level clear, kind of super soapy edges, super tight compact bubbles, kind of reaching up in a soft, just off white head, going a little bit neurotic craziness. But yeah, she definitely looks the part of nothing of a hazy New England style IPA. Let's get a nose. I mean, she has a soft melon vibe, but it's more rich. It's almost like a savory version of a melon vibe, as opposed to a over-top citrus, tropical fruit kind of thing. I like it, but it's not what you'd expect. But at the same time, being that it's clear and to talk about tropical fruit notes, you wouldn't expect it to be that color. So it's kind of going the way, I don't want to say I expected it to go, but, you know, I did expect it to be hazy. It's not expected to be overly tropical, but it is in a sense, but not the traditional sense. So it's kind of flirting the line of something fun. I'm going to see what's what. Let's just dive in. Cheers. That's pretty mediocre stuff. And not necessarily just because it's a Budweiser product. It just kind of lacks any kind of pop. I thought it was going to play me uniquely in the taste when I actually like opened it up initially. I was like, okay, this is fucking with me. I think it's going to come off really fucking cool. And it just didn't do it that. You're giving a soft kind of bittering hop, a little bit of ashy vibes to it that I got a lot on like Guinness beers, oddly enough. Their IPA notwithstanding. Like, there's a tropical fruit vibe there, but it's definitely, like, rindy, but not overly bitter. So there's almost like a meaty kind of savory tannic thing to it. It's thin. I mean, you know, I was expecting something a little bit different. Them trying to be unique with how that kind of body comes off, but a bit thin, bittering, dry. Not necessarily a negative beer, just not really what I expected. You know, I typically go into beers not expecting a whole lot, but for some reason I kind of went into this and go, okay, Next Coast. Be like, you know, it's probably going to be a new school, kind of hazy. That's not the case. Sure, they don't say that on here, but they said tropical juicy hops, and while it doesn't come off as tropical and juicy, it comes off in a very markedly different way than a lot of today's tropical juicy hops come off. Not necessarily in a super positive way either. I listen, it's not a bad beer. It just kind of plays too hard in one direction that really doesn't turn me on. So it is what it is. It's fun. It's fine. It is what it is. I like the fact that they actually took an attempt at it, but overall, it's just not really going to do much for me. And it really does drink like a new school East Coast IPA that doesn't want to be hazy and definitely doesn't want to be sweet, but more like 5%, and it's 7%. It's well hidden, but yeah, that 7% is just, I don't know. It's not for me. So let's talk about it as one of the better IPAs I've had as of late, definitely on the outside. Value and availability, I think it was $10 for a 4-pack. I picked it up, so take that for what it's worth. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you think a lot of today's IPAs are too thick, too sweet, and too fruity to the point of they're almost cloying, this might really be for you. Other than that, if you're looking for a new school hazy kind of IPA, this is probably not going to do you. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice hazy right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.